Welcome back to the channel, guys. We're back for part 3 for the ROC 7 PID tuning for freestyle experiments and all the rest of it. Now I've made some pretty good progress, I think. Yesterday I did about 10-15 flights where I was testing different bits and bobs on the PID, and then done a load of research on the internet and pretty much came to the conclusion that the 48 megahertz or whatever it is from the PWM on the ESC was not good for larger quads, so especially 7-inch. So I think from factory it came at 48 kilohertz PWM, so I've changed that down to 24 for both, and that does seem to be a lot better. I've just been testing in the garden backwards and forwards, and I've done a load of stuff to the PID, which if this flight's good, then I'm going to put up at the end of the video, and also what I've done to the ESC in whatever it's called, BL32, because that's what this ESC's on from them. Like all of the mass produced ones, they all seem to be on that version you can't update. So that's what I've done, that's where we're at. We are running HQ J75s because the 7x4 things that I was running, just can't get on with them at all. I've changed that, going backwards and forwards in the garden, so these seem to work much better. They just seem to be more balanced and everything works. So let's get into this flight. Let's see how it goes, because I've only tested in my backyard garden sort of little field, so it's small, this is big. Let's see what happens, and at the end we'll show you the PIDs and the tune and everything. So see you in a sec. Right, very windy. As you can see, it's real windy. But that ain't gonna stop us. We're here too. Test these. And so far, so good. Probably gonna cane your living arse out of this battery. Yeah, it's a bit difficult. I think the wind today is about 30 odd mile an hour. Which is why it's taken me all over the place. However, do have a little wobble in the lens though. On full throttle, which I've been trying to dial out. Which I'm having problems with, but there you go. But how much better does this look? It certainly feels better. That is for sure. It is really difficult flying today. I did bring the 3.5 inch and the 5 inch down, and I can see a bit of rain, but this is good. This is so much better. God, you can see the wind pressing on it. Wow. Probably hear it blowing against me, but tell you what though, it's tracking fairly straight. Being that the wind is blowing it all over the place. See it blowing me across the tree. But all the moves now that I can do normally are a bit much better. It just flies freestyling really nicely now. It's just battle of the wind today, you probably hear it. Huh. Oh, now it's starting to rain. A little bit, I think it's just in the air, to be honest. So the second thing, as I said, I've adjusted the ESC now, and 24 Hertz is definitely the way forwards. So much more control, got more punch. It's just nicer to fly through the whole rev range. Everything is just better. It does make the whole flying your drone better. Now obviously I've done a lot of research and looking at UAV Tech's website and listening to his videos, because he is the absolute font of knowledge, and he did recommend on one of those that 7-inch machines should be running on 24 or lower if you can. So that is what I did, and that cured a whole ton of bills. We had a whole ton of vibration when we were doing punch outs and stuff like that, which was just horrid. Which we now don't have, and it's just made it much better and easier to fly. How stable is this thing? Flying in 30 mile an hour wind. Let's do a speedy pass. I might do a little top speedy try. Right, so there is me going into the wind at 39 mile an hour. So if we do a and go this way, 92 or 3, I think I saw then, which is cool. Yeah, see it drifting across, just pushing me. Nuts, isn't it? Absolutely nuts. Probably not the best day to come down and do some experimentals and testing, but at the end of the day, you have to do somewhere. This flies well, man. This is flying well. I'm really happy with it. Tracking sweet as a nut in rolls and stuff like that. It is nice. It's actually really nice to fly freestyle now. I mean, it's still going to do long range and all that sort of malarkey. How much more control we got now, just hovering like that. That is just so much better. Right, control. Boom, we're down. Cool, right, let's have a look and challenge. Okie dokie. So, oh, let's unplug her. There you go, he, her, whatever. They. So, that is how it should fly for me. As I said, I'm going to put the PIDS up here, and I'm also going to put up the ESC tune here for BL32. So pause your screen, have a look at them, see what you think. Now I am gonna also put up, I'm gonna do another video because, or I'll add it to the end of this one. I'm gonna put all of the areas where I've gone backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards, trying stuff, which was making it better, but still wasn't to the point where it is now. This is now really good and flyable, as you can see. I mean, I'm in ridiculous wind and it flew really well. So I'm really happy with how it is at the moment. I do have another PID tune to try where I've lowered the Ds, because the Ds you'll see on the PIDs that I put up are really high. So I've basically brought the dynamic and the other D down to see, so that you got the two, the proportional and something else is closer to each other but lower. So we're going to have a look at that, try that maybe, and see how we get on. But for now, that is flying really well. Well chuffed. See you in a bit.